Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Matador Express. I am Brandon Soliz, sports editor at the Daily Toreador.
I'm Jack Densmore, sports writer for the D team.
So we're going to get things started here, Jack, with cross country. The both men and women's cross country teams participated in the Chili Pepper Festival and secured 4th and 7th place respectively, and that was in Louisiana.
Yeah, Miguel Batista and Jocelyn Caro had the fastest times in the meet.
Yeah, and Tuesday, Batista actually clinched his Big 12 Runner of the Week award, which is pretty good accomplishment for a conference, for the Red Raiders and stuff. And hopefully he continues, and the whole team just continues more success. Maybe not 4th and 7th place, more or less. Hopefully they can improve on those placements. At least they place. That's a really good job on them. And October 8th, this Saturday, they'll be going to Levelland, right? Correct.
Mm-hmm,
they'll be in the South Plains College meet. 10:45 start. Go running. 10:45 on a Saturday. So go over to volleyball here for a little bit, Jack. Can you talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, they lost to Baylor 0-3. It wasn't a complete shutout though. The closest set in the game was in the second set. They had a lot of good defensive plays. There was a lot of good saves in there. There was at one point where they were able to keep the ball off the court, and they were able to get on the other side to the Baylor side, but it wasn't enough in this game.
It wasn't enough to keep the Bears out. Yeah, definitely. I think what's key here, though, is improvement. Improvement in each and every game, each week. And Lauren Douglas, senior, we're going to miss her play, though. She had 33 kills in that game. So she's doing pretty well. 7 out of 33 kills. And then she also had 10 points scored. So that's pretty good. We have some leadership here and some younger players, though. And like I said, success wasn't going to be an immediate thing this season.
Yeah.
So it's good to see the improvements. And like you said, only 2-point loss to Baylor. It's pretty good. When's our next matchup here?
Yeah, their next matchup is against Kansas State, and it's on Wednesday, October 5th at 6 p.m., and the game will actually be televised on Fox Sports Southwest.
Definitely see this team support your Lady Raiders there on the volleyball court, as well as supporting your soccer team, who defeated Iowa State 3-0.
Yeah, Jade King, she scored 2 goals in the game, and then Rebecca O'Brien, she scored the last goal of the game. But Jade King also had 5 shots in the game.
Yeah, and the entire team had 15 shots total. And then Jody Haar also with a good assist in the game. I believe that was to Rebecca O'Brien. And then Lauren Watson at the goal. 4 saves. 4 saves in the game. She's been a brick wall this entire season, I'll tell you what. And they'll be playing Oklahoma State October 7th at 6 p.m., which will also be televised on Fox Sports Southwest Plus. So if you can't make it out to any of these Red Raider games, looks like they will be televised, And what is going to be televised on ESPNU is another game between Kansas State, but on the football field in Manhattan, in Kansas. But the headline here, and the headline that's been here since last Thursday, is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, he went down in the third quarter. There's an AC joint sprain injury.
Reported one. Nobody's really said anything about the confirmedness, but yeah, I'm gonna say it's safe to say that it is the AC joint sprain.
Yeah, and Coach Kingsbury, he said he was day to day. He talked about it today that there's still a chance that he could play in Kansas State, but there's no way of knowing this early on in the week.
Yeah, and it surprised me that he even said that he had a slight chance to play. It's such a I can see why he says that. It's because Patrick is vital to this team's success. He's very important, very, very important. But at the same time, Nick Shimonek, his backup, stepped up, threw 4 touchdowns to match Mahomes, which is I've never seen a backup and a starter throw 4 touchdown passes. Very rare. The whole nation was kind of like tweeting Bruce Feldman. Some high-key ESPN guys were like, I've never seen that done before. He threw for, like I said, 4 touchdowns, 271 passing yards. And, he lit up the board. And honestly, the Tech starting offense with Mahomes was struggling. In my eyes, they were struggling, weren't they?
Yeah, they struggled a little bit. There was a few sacks that were allowed in the game. But when Shimonek entered the game, I believe he wasn't even sacked at all.
Oh, he wasn't. I believe he was pressured a few times, but his pocket presence, he senses the pressure pretty well.
Yeah.
He's like a statue in there, and he delivers the ball pretty quick. So totally two different not totally two different, because he can scramble. He's not as fast as Mahomes, but he can maneuver out of the pocket and let it go when he knows he needs to let it go. He's not really one to take off and kind of run for it. He he relies on his receivers, his backs, and his offensive line really to block for a few seconds to let him get the ball out. And with a group like this at the receiver position, Jonathan Giles, 219 yards, two touchdowns against Kansas, and the Big 12 opener for Tech. It's very impressive, right?
Oh yeah, it is very impressive, and I believe the something that was said in the media availability today was that a lot of the touchdowns have come from big plays.
Yeah, very big plays. Mm-hmm. And what I noticed too, going off of that, it was a lot of little dink and dunk passes, little options out, screens out here, screens to the side that just the receivers just make happen. Really, they have a lot of yak this year. I can't wait to add that up at the end of the season, and hopefully we can see all those plays play out Saturday on the road with. I'm gonna say Shimanek right now. I'm gonna go out on the limb and say Shimanek.
Yeah, I'm gonna predict Shimanek's probably gonna.
I think he's gonna start and play. He's gonna play the entire game, but and also I think another key here that Kingsbury hasn't even announced the backup kind of deal. We got Taylor Schmink out there though, but he hasn't made anybody the official backup of Shimanek. So we'll see what happens. I'm assuming we're gonna find out a lot of things once Saturday kickoff comes out, and that's gonna be at 6 p.m. And like I said, watch on ESPNU, and initially ESPN2 was announced, but on the Tech Athletics website it says ESPNU. So make sure you can go out and check out that game and see what kind of things play out, and hopefully we can get a second Big 12 win. Before we hit Texas, Oklahoma, hit the really strength of that schedule. And that's all we have this week, actually. So thank you for watching. For all the recaps, previews, profiles, all that good stuff, you can find that on www.dailytoreador.com. Once again, I'm Brandon.
I'm Jack.
Thanks for watching.